Congrats, Heaven. You played well, mate. I think it was a deserved victory in the end. Even though could have been a lot closer in game 5, but well-deserved victory, mate. Played well. We have 2 more series tonight, guys. Of course, SKillous vs Reynor is the main event of the evening. That means that it's going to be the final series of the night. Next up is a German civil war. I'm very excited for this because recently Jumy won 3-1, but BattleB looked so freaking good last Monday. Looked good today against Reynor. Apparently beat Serral today on the ladder. I think BattleB is a beast. Jumy's got his work cut out for him. Let's do it.
Let's get it on.
Round 1. Fight!
Oceanborn is going to be our opening map of this series. That is for $125. 100 for the winner, $25 for the loser. Top left side of Oceanborn, it is our German Protoss. He's a streamer as well. He's been around for a long time, does some tournament organizing. Big fan of this kid. Apparently representing the Platinum Heroes these days. It is ForJumy. In the bottom right side of Oceanborn, we are looking at the young German Terran who is truly following in the footsteps of Big Gabriel because he has played some insanely good Starcraft this week. Representing Berserker Esports, this is BattleB. That's what Reynor just told us, Maples. Serral currently has a win record of, I think, 127 wins and 3 losses. And apparently one of those 3 losses is from a battle booty. The UAD soldier also got one over Yona. Yeah? I mean, obviously we cannot expect Yona to never ever lose a game. It's kind of silly, but it's still, I think, is special. If you are one of the very few people who can take a ladder victory over Serral, you're gonna celebrate that, and rightfully so. I would turn it into an NFT, put it on my wall, let it just rerun throughout the entire year. One of those digital photograph things, but then this is my replay over Serral. Unfortunately, I don't have one, but if we ever find one, that's what we go for. Jumy has not scouted, but he has gone for a wall off here with 2 adapts, a shield battery, and a gateway. Reapers, however, can drop grenades and potentially bounce adapts out of their location, but it seems like BattleB does not want to do that. Does not feel like that is worth it. Obviously, adapts deal double damage against Reapers and Hellions. BattleB has an interesting follow-up. We have got a HeroMarine in the mix as well. What is Jumy doing? Jumy going for a very feisty build here in game 1, guys. We've got Zealot Charge on the way. I don't know. I don't really believe in these builds all that much. Let's see. Jumy's sending out a probe, maybe making it seem like he wants to expand. Perhaps he actually wants to expand. I don't know if he does. Well, this is going to be a weird one. He's going to try to activate the HeroMarine. Maybe within the depth shade, perfectly timed. We're going to unburrow the mine. So far, so good on the side of BattleB. And keep your eye on the medevac, guys. We've got a medevac flying in on the minimap, not the medevac. Or keep your eye on the medevac, because the medevac is here. And I want to say Jumy is in a bit of trouble because now he's going to be forced to reveal the fact that he has not been mining gas. That he is not going for Blink Stalkers the way he should go for Blink Stalkers. It's not a great start, I think, for Jumy. I've seen him do this build before in the past. I think this kind of stuff is a bit gimmicky. And obviously if you play a best of 5, it's okay to try one gimmicky build. Try to get a quick one on the board, but I kind of feel the better your opponents become, the less and less likely it is that these kinds of builds are going to work. And 3 Stalkers without Blink, I want to say I'm going to have a hard time killing this medevac, but he does kill the medevac. He'll still end up losing a couple probes, probably one more Stalker as well. Jumy needs to deal a tremendous amount of damage on the other side of the map with all these zealots. If he doesn't, he's in trouble, but he might be able to. Tank is going to get fully surrounded immediately by SCVs. Second tank just popped. The tank is going to die very quickly. Viking is going to get on top of the War Prism. I like what BattleB is doing here. Just pull all these SCVs away temporarily. Respect this. Know how quickly things can spiral out of control against Zealots with charge. I think he handled that very well. Good defense. The Adept Shade just finished up apparently. I didn't expect that. 7 worker lead for Jumy. That part looks promising. But I think it's a little bit deceiving. Because we don't have a RoboBay, we don't have Blink. I don't think this is a good position. It's gonna be so difficult for him to deal with Bio with Stim, and of course the dream is that we get Storm out, drop a couple of fat storms in the middle of a Terran army. I don't know if that's going to work. Thank you to the Snacket for joining us for the very first time. I appreciate it, matey. Storm and storm only. That really is what our hopes and dreams are made of over here. And we have a forge with +1 armor on the way, but I'd be lying to you guys if I tell you that I was a believer. But Yumi has a lot of experience with this build, to be fair. So where I would feel like this is an absolutely awful spot, maybe it is playable for a man who has done this a lot. Still no Blink, which I find pretty shocking. I mean, he's up 12 workers. He is going to get Storm. BattleB is dropping a 3rd command center, so he's obviously not going to be all in with his first move out. Like, even dealing with this kind of stuff, a Raven dropping another 3rd is going to be so difficult. No cancel on the cannon, that is minus 150. I guess 300 minerals down the drain. And obviously we cannot kill that Raven. We're gonna lose another probe apparently in our 3rd. BattleB is playing this really smart. Instead of going for the all-out push, where everything is clumped up and we take the chance, we take a risk of taking a really bad fight against 1 or 2 storms inside of a War Prism and a bunch of Zealots with charge, he is just slowly but steady gonna try to pick Jumi apart. And once more, without Blink, it is a freaking nightmare. That is an Artie McTosis pylon if I've ever seen one. You guys were talking about my Artosis pylon earlier today. How do you like this one? Beautiful. There's a lot of green. Another pylon you want to lose. BattleB is moving out with a couple of Widowmites as well. Tries to snipe the War Prism. Gets it almost immediately. I believe 2 High Templars still inside of that Prism. Yes, it was 2 High Templars. 1 High Templar did manage to get out, drop a Storm. The initial double drop that was heading for the main is unloading in the 3rd. And I think you guys are about to understand why I am so excited over having BattleB tonight. That is a 6 Storm though by Jumi. Alright, perfect defense. I can't give anybody a compliment these days, can I? It's unbelievable. I should really become a dick. All I want to do is praise my video gamers, and every time I do it, they do something silly. But that was just well done by Jumi, to be fair. It's non-stop lately, BBB, dude. It is non-stop. Can't catch a break. Tiny Zealot run by. Actually, the 3rd is wide open. Five Widow Mines, but the 3 Zealots of Jumi are gonna get on top of the SCVs here. That's actually very good. Bit annoying for BattleB. Well, he can live with it. Got a lot of energy on these medevacs. First few ghosts are out. 2 more ghosts on the way. Jumi thinking about it here? I honestly do not like it, Jumi, but okay, if we land a really sick Storm, obviously everything is possible, but the Widow Mines are absolutely devastating. There's 2 more backup mines as well. All these Zealots have died, but we need to repair the orbital. We need to repair it right here, right now. Stalkers are going to go for it, but I think repair is too good. I don't think that you're going to get that orbital. The Storms are pretty decent against the Marines, to be fair. Meanwhile, 8 probes have died. Do what? Do something. As a few more EMPs land on the Arco, Marines are stimming. BattleB is forced to micro his butt off here. But that is something he is capable of, as the Viking sniped the War Prism. And this is a very good hold in the end. 1 very low HP Immortal is going to try to make it home safe. There is no saving that Immortal. There's no saving the Arco neither. I think we overstayed our welcome a little bit there. The Storm is actually pretty alright. Tiny run by was good. You think it was just a Raven? Yeah, Raven killed 8 probes. I guess it had enough energy for triple turret or something, right? At least double turret. Yeah, if you drop 2 turrets, 2 times 4 workers, if there is no pool, that is possible. Raven has 13 kills in total. BattleB still looking good here, but obviously Jumy playing solid as well. He's got 1 Colossus out, 2nd Colossus on the way, extended thermal lens halfway done. It is not impossible, but it's very, very difficult for Jumy. Once more, it needs big storms, but the problem is the medevac count is so high. Jumy does not have the kind of army that was capable of killing medevacs so far. That means there is this healing energy 4 days. Shield battery, nice EMP by the way on those High Templars. But there's 2 more High Templars with energy in the back. Is there more EMP available? By the looks of it, that's not the case. Oh, fun start between these two. Excellent start between our 2 German youngsters. One from the Platinum Heroes, the other one from Berserker Esports. I want to say I still like it for BattleB, but at this point, it's actually looking pretty decent for Jumy. He's got Blink now, he's got Colossus, he's got Storm, he's got Disruptors. That's not bad. These Zealots are gonna run into an army that's a little bit too powerful. But this was the initial move out. The move out that we just had over here as this War Prism flies over the Widowmine. That entire army that BattleB just had here, he put into medevacs. And he now put it between the main and the 4th. But it's kind of stuck. Dark Shrine. Low HP Prism. Widowmine to the face or not. It is showing it's built different. There's no missile turret here. Might still become an MVP Prism. A lot of splash damage, guys. Double Colossus, double Archon, 4 Disruptors and 4 High Templars. Pretty big. That low HP Prism that flew over a Widowmine on the other side of the map has made it into the main base. Marines are gonna battle the Zealots. Not the Prism, but obviously the Prism will get taken care of. At least that's what I assume. Marines are dropping a little. Hello? Now we have a Viking. But the Viking will be okay. Tiny army to move away with. Those 4 medevacs have been stuck for a while. Now I have a crazy amount of energy. Jumy hits us with the recall immediately. As a couple of Novas are going to fly forward as well. They blow off the vast majority of these bio units. At least the Marauders and the Marines did manage to kill a Colossus. That was 14 probes and a Colossus. It's not actually that bad. I think a High Templar or 2 as well. That was a risky move by BattleB, but it worked out. Banger game. This is a bit... Well, there's so many Archons. I'm afraid it's... Well, there's only 3 goals right now. But it's still a very Archon-heavy army. And in general, Archons don't scale that well in a 15-16 minute PvP. BattleB is obviously going to get a little sneak peek at his army soon, and he's going to realize that all he needs to do is get a few more Archons. Or a few more goals. The DTs have shown up for the first time, but it seems like BattleB had a good answer for that. Throw a scan in the natural and the 3rd. And the 2 armies are close to clashing in the center of the map. Vikings a little bit too far forward. They are very exposed. They should allow these Stalkers and the Archons to at least kill a couple of them, you would think. I think it was quite literally a couple. That low HP. What? The Viking didn't kill that War Prism? BattleB. And did we have 2, my friend? That War Prism was supposed to be 110% done. Instead, it somehow shows up again, warps in a couple Zealots. It's going to be annoying. Because at the same time, Jumy is here 15.5 minutes in. He's attacking right before +2. But hey, if this is a fight that he believes in, who are we to say that he should wait for +2? As it is going to finish up. BattleB, his other 2 medevacs flying in the middle right now of all these bases. The Raven also just going to drop a whole bunch of other turrets here. Seems like we used F2. Don't kill your Stalkers. He did not. The double drop has unloaded on top of a disruptor, but I don't really see any way out. Medevac, so much energy by the way. It's very satisfying to feedback them. He will not. 16-minute game. The next generation of StarCraft 2 gamers. They've been here for a while. Disrupt is waiting. Oh no! Okay, EMP. We're gonna try to gun them down, but the rest of the army is here. So what looked like an opportunity for BattleB actually turns into a good moment for Jumy. As Jumy fires the Disruptors and kills 3 ghosts.
Hat trick.
Another early Nova to keep the Terran army at bay. BattleB working on +3 attack, but it's still going to take a little while. It's got a lot of forces in the bottom left side. One thing that BattleB could maybe get a little bit better at is the Viking positioning. Is there a recall available here? Yes, there is. Do we need it? That I don't know. High Templar is gonna land a storm. Recall does go off. 5 HeroMarines left behind. So very explosive, but okay. The Protoss units can take a tiny bit of a beating. It's giving me some Monday evening vibes. Well, the next War Prism has shown up. Oh, that's a full surround of Zealots on the eBay, guys. +3 attack, 80% done, gets denied.
Denied.
That's a pretty big snipe. You don't often see that. A bunch of Zealots sniping an eBay with +3 attack on the way. BattleB getting a little bit frustrated perhaps with how this game is going. We'll be able to get a cancel on this Nexus in the top right side. Gets a couple Stalkers as well, as the Stalkers by themselves are not good enough. Very annoying for BattleB that he lost that eBay, because Jumy already has +3 armor. That +3 armor won't go anywhere. Yeah, Jumy's playing sick. Yeah, I kind of think that either BattleB needs a crazy amount of Vikings, where we can just take care of those Colossus once and for all, or we indeed need to get a bunch of Liberators with advanced ballistics, but maybe he feels he's just not rich enough for that. He is getting +2 ship weapons. Good job there spotting that observer with an EMP, and he's gonna gun it down immediately. More spotting Zealots. One more observer in the center of the map. Jumy has played a very, very impressive game. For how uncomfortable I thought this start was, turning into a proper banger. War Prism number 5, I believe. Yep. War Prism number 5. Stalkers, Archons, what an army, by the way. So much less damage. This is not the kind of army that you want to attack into. If it attacks into you, or you fight it like one piece at a time, it's fine. But if you're forced to run into this many storms, this many disruptors, you are going to be in trouble. BattleB still has a big army in the top right side. Oh, the EMPs! What a set of EMPs! All the High Templars get drained of their energy. We can morph them into Archons, but that's not going to happen as Snipes take care of it. Once more the eBay, guys. The second eBay with +3 attack gets sniped. What? Back-to-back snipes on +3 weapons. Alright, BattleB says F it. Counter-attack then. High Templar. So, could have landed a 6 storm. Lands a decent storm. But could have landed the next level great storm. BattleB is going to lose his main. Does take out the original 4th base of ForJumy, but he needs to run. And these medevacs don't have any energy anymore. Yeah, that's so many low HP units. Jumy still maxed out as he has made himself comfortable inside of the main base of BattleB, who's now forced to rebuild everything. Everything that he's been losing. Somehow it's not supply block yet. 8 Dark Templars. We have 2 orbitals left, guys. Obviously there's a couple EMPs left as well. Jumy needs to be careful that he doesn't lose these Colossus by themselves. I mean, it's such a big army that is stuck on the other side of the map. Uh-oh, that's another orbital. If that orbital falls, guys, we only have a single orbital remaining. And Jumy just warped in 8 Dark Templars. An anti-armor missile is going to land as BattleB says, I am not afraid of this little Protoss army, and he is not wrong. No, 1 Artosis pilot is powering 3 robos. What the fuck is happening in this game? But it's the final orbital that's flying right now. And that means that we need to be so careful with the Ghost and the Raven. Because there are still 5 DPs out there somewhere on the map, but these fights are not going Jumy's way. Jumy does still have mining of a base. The final orbital is not dead yet, so it can actually float to safety. Oh my goodness, but BattleB in the end, he leaves. He has so much money. So much money, but does not feel like he can still turn this into something, even after empowering all these robos. Even killing them. Killed one. I mean, it was still a big army on the other side of the map, but honestly, would have liked to see him turn around and see if he could take a fight somewhere, maybe, but I guess our army was oversteamed, it was low. DTs were going to be a problem. Sick game, though. After 21 minutes and 21 seconds, it is ForJumy who takes the 1-0 lead on Oceanborn. Game 2 will be played on post-youth. We're not that far behind on schedule though yet, Reynor. Your match normally is supposed to start around like 9 or 9:05. We will see. Huge? It's not that huge. It's huge for drops. Archons pop like balloons. There's nothing that I've seen more than a bunch of big blue balls leading the charge. EMP, EMP, EMP. And then one Marauder shot. Good enough. So now 4 out of the last 5 maps between these two German youngsters went in favor of Jumy. Let's see if he can continue. BattleB, who has played so freaking impressive throughout this week, really looked like he was going to walk away with game 1. Kind of thought it was his at one point. Jumy's opening not truly working out, but yeah, Jumy did a 10 out of 10 job in buying time for Colossus. Obviously landing a couple storms here and there, eventually getting Blink and a second Forge, non-stop expense. Well done, not an easy game to win at all.
Round 2, fight!
Man did a lot of things right, taking the 1-0 lead. But now it's time to play on one of the most difficult maps out there in this matchup. Can he continue winning 80% of the games against that other German youngster? Platinum Heroes ForJumy. Bottom left side of Post Youth, we are looking at the main base of our German youngster representing Berserker Esports. We saw him earlier today. That is like 7 hours ago, guys, on this channel. Play a best of 2 against Reynor. 7 hours later, he's still with us. It's BattleB. Proxy barracks. There are some all-out one-base all-ins that people every now and then like to do on this map, but I'd be incredibly surprised if that is something that BattleB wants to go for. I was like, maybe? But no. There is nothing worse than losing a worker in your own main base against the scouting worker of your opponent. If you're down 0-1 in a best of 5 and that happens, you're done. That's actually it. Okay. And Jumy is going to warp in a pylon here, making it a bit harder for BattleB to wall off. And he's still working on SCVs. He's very close to getting one. In the end, still does not get it. BattleB needs to repair it. Will repair it. Surprised about this pylon. I mean, it's a scout, but still a bit of an investment. We'll also allow the Zealot to just walk into the Terran main base. The Reaper is already here working on the probes. 2 probes very low in HP. Oh, BattleB, if you stick around longer, the Stalker could potentially kill you. It's an Adept, excuse me. It's not even a Stalker. Wow, sick micro by Jumy, man. Not losing a single worker there. And now we've got the Zealot in the main base of the Terran on the other side of the map. And don't forget that the probe has already softened up a couple of these SCVs. So this is going to be really annoying. Reaper is running for the hills. Jumy off to a really good start here. Does not take any damage at home. And it's his Zealot that's creating some chaos on the other side of the map. Look at the amount of lost mining time. And now it's not just a Zealot anymore. Now it's a Zealot and an Adept. We really need that Cyclone desperately on the side of BattleB. It's insane, mate. I think it is incredibly hard to not lose a single worker against Proxy Reaper, even if your Zealot is at home. And he didn't even have the Zealot. In the end, BattleB will take care of the Adept, of the Zealot, of the Pylon. And also did a good job in not losing too many SCVs. A lesser Terran would have lost a whole lot more there. Did he just grenade his own cyclone? Grenades deal damage, guys. What is the follow-up, Jumi? 2 more gateways, we've got a Twilight Council. It's just gonna go for a blink. Command center 90% done on the other side of the map. The depths have decided to shade backwards. There is a shield battery, it's pretty far back, but that's okay. As long as you can shade back, heal up your units, you're gonna be okay. Jumi is making it look like he wants to either warp in something on the other side of the map or take the gold. I do like it when they take the gold. I take the gold very often. More often than not, I regret it. Jumi is gonna go for it. Cyclones might see this. Oh, doesn't quite see it yet. That is unlucky. But I think the probe might give it away. Is the probe long distance mining? No. BattleB! BattleB! The Reapers are diving deep into the natural. He still hasn't seen the gold. Does get 2 workers here with the Reapers, so that is nice. Medevac is gonna show up. Will the Medevac reveal it then?
Complete.
So 3 Cyclones and a Medevac against a bunch of Stalkers that don't have Blink yet, but will have Blink in the near future. Now he's seen it. Medevac on the high ground had enough vision. Raven tank. Wonder if the Adept saw the Medevac there. Wasn't quite in time to check that. I think BattleB wasn't 100% certain, and that's why he went further to the left. Decided to go home at first. In the end, wanted to go and then says, no, I'm gonna go home anyway. Third command center does finish up for our young German Terran. Jumi is ready to start spamming some zealots. A zealot charge on the way. Single forge for now. Going from 3 up to 7 gates. Stalkers blinking here to get underneath the command center. Extra Stalkers showing up. Careful. Okay, we're gonna have some micro here on both sides. So far, so good on the side of BattleB. Wouldn't hate it if he starts sieging a tank or 2. Did not want to play that game where he would get contained, and it would just take him a little too long to get this command center going. So it took. Okay. And Jumi really is ready to spam some gateway units. As we're even gonna get the gateway warp in on the left side of the map. Already going for the slow warp in now. Also going up to 4 bases. BattleB could really use some Widow Mines here. I feel like a couple Widow Mines would be massive. He is queuing them up right when I mentioned them. Thank you, mate. Hope you're doing good too. This could be a big scout for BattleB, as he's going to see all these Zealots, and now he should know exactly what is going to happen. Stalkers on the right, Zealots are going to come in from the top left. One of the tanks is very exposed. Widow Mines need to start burrowing. We don't quite have stim yet. Taking these kind of fights without stim is so hard. But the Widow Mines are definitely good. But is that good enough? There's a lot of SCVs falling already. And Jumi can do this for days with that gold base, the economy that the youngster from Germany has. This is definitely not a bad fight for Jumi. He's going to be happy with that. He got a couple of key units. He got the tanks. Once more though. Once more, and I want to say I think he's going to get more, but it's also important he doesn't lose necessarily everything. A lot of SCVs going through the meat grinder. Widow Mines dealing friendly fire, and BattleB once more will tap out. Jumi obviously starting to create a very big lead for himself there. 2-0 for Jumi. Well, I did not expect that, guys. I did not expect that against a BattleB who has been playing so incredibly good throughout the entire week. Not there yet, but Jumi now one map away from walking away with $100 tonight. Obviously the loser of the series will still get 25 buckies. I felt that was a tiny bit early, just like I thought that other game. Maybe we could have battled a tiny bit more. But especially here towards the very end. Like the man literally had more army supply. And he was losing 18 SCVs and Jumi was 4 bases. And this was going to continue. Like there is a very... I would say there is a 90% plus chance that is a slow and inevitable death. Where BattleB will just keep on losing more and more and more SCVs. And Jumi can just A-click with his eyes closed. But... yeah. It still felt like if you're up in army supply you can try. Especially when it's just gateway units you're battling. If you're having to deal with a bunch of Colossus and all you can make is Marines, like I get it. But if it's just Zealots and Stalkers, I'm always like, he might take a really bad fight, who knows.
Round 3. Fight.
Top left side of site at Delta. We are looking at the main base of Platinum Heroes, a very own ForJumy. 2-0 up as he's sending out not 1, but 2 probes. What is this? Guys, science has gone too far. I don't know why we need this, but we've got it. Not 1, but 2 workers going to the bottom right side. And that is of course where we've got the main base of Berserker Esports BattleB. ForJumy is just cosplaying like he's freaking Huck over here. People did this in Wings of Liberty because we thought we were very clever. Gotta say, very good probe micro so far. Oh, it doesn't get the SCV. First blood, Jumi.
First blood.
Oh my god, Jumi is just trying to turn BattleB into a mortal enemy. What is happening? What is happening? Oh my god, and then right when the SCVs leave, the probes show up again. And the SCV, no! Oh my god, what?
Double kill.
What is happening? I can't believe it. ForJumy is styling on BattleB. BattleB is never gonna let this... No, Jumi. No, Jumi. Okay. 1 probe very, very low on, hit points. 2 SCVs very low on hit points. Jumi! Oh my god! No!
Quad kill.
What? And the dog face. The disrespect. Oh my goodness. ForJumy is putting on a clinic. Sends out 2 probes to the other side of the map. And kills 4 SCVs. I have never ever seen this at this level. Ever. There was a time that Hawk was doing this and all the other Protoss were copying, but at one point we're like, yeah, every single Terran is good against this. We're never gonna do this again. No, this is not Neo meta. This is just BattleB refusing to have 2 workers there all the time, thinking like, it's gonna be okay. And it was not okay. Oh my. Oh, I would leave. Yeah, obviously it is a big investment on Jumi's side too. But oh my god, now the SCV shows up. He gets 5 SCVs. Excuse me, the Zealot shows up and it kills the SCV. We've got an Adept here as well. This is turning into a best of 5 that BattleB wants to forget about incredibly quick. Sure, it was an investment by Jumi, but this is always worth it. If you kill 4 SCVs, it is always worth it. We've now got 2. Oh my god, he raises the depot right when the Reapers are out. 1 more SCV is on the low ground. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. The man who played a truly spectacular Starcraft against SKillous last Monday. Defeated ShoWTime 2-0. He's having a bit of a stinker here. There's just no other way to put it. Poor BattleB. I mean, insane for Jumi. And obviously, yeah, that's something that you're gonna remember for a long time. Having fun in StarCraft 2 is important, even at high levels, even when there is money on the line. It is safe to say that Jumi is having all the fun. BattleB? He's probably ready for some Battle Aces. Loses another worker. We are down 13 workers, guys, in a 4 minute and 20 second game. What server is this game? Europe, mate. They're both on Europe. Obviously, we're not playing on the American server for fun. They both have good ping. This is not a ping issue. They are both Germans. As you guys can see, my ping to the European server is quite alright. I mean, Germans have slightly worse internet than Dutch people. I don't know what they're doing over in Germany, but they are known for having terrible internet. But it's obviously not going to be very bad. This is not a ping issue. This is a momentum issue. This is just Jumy having the time of his life. And this is BattleB having a nightmare. We are witnessing a man having a proper nightmare over series. And he's so good, and he has played so well. Perhaps this has been too long of a day for him. He obviously did have to play against Reynor at 2 PM. And I think he's been playing some ladder in between. But all kudos to Jumy. Jumy is winning, and he's looking damn good doing it. Germany has the worst internet in EU. I don't know if that's totally true, but I know it is shockingly bad. For Europe's richest country, they have awful internet. And they just don't make it any better. Meanwhile, the Dutch are flying. We are flying in everything. Couple SCVs getting picked off for BattleB. Does land a nice grenade. Okay, guys, we landed a grenade that netted us 2 stalker kills. Are we allowed to dream? Are we allowed to dream? I do feel it's always possible to throw a game when all you have are zealots and stalkers. But I think it's not possible to throw this game. Poor BattleB loses a medevac as well because there is an observer giving Jumy high ground vision. BattleB does see it immediately, throws down a scan, picks it off, but there's a lot of dreaming. We gotta start somewhere, BBB dude. Does your BBB stand for Big Brain Bouts, or is that just a coincidence? You know, the ultimate Instagram cliche, guys. If your dreams don't scare you, you're not dreaming big enough. Yeah. Those are words to live by. For you and every teenager on Instagram. Here we go. BBB before Big Brain Bouts was a thing. I don't believe it. I believe it. Jumy on 3 bases. Does he know that BattleB has been on 3 command centers for a while? He does know. I mean, Zealot charge is done. Dark Shrine halfway done. Jumy is 7 workers ahead, and he's about to spam a bunch of Zealots in the main base of BattleB. Does not have a bunker here. Does not have a bunker in his main. You're too old for Team Roddy, J Money. You are too old, my friend. Your days have passed. One Reaper is gonna sacrifice itself for a tiny bit of information on the other side of the map. It's a pretty powerful army by BattleB, to be fair. Missile turret gonna do enough on the War Prism. It's a lot of damage, but I don't think the Brave Prism is gonna fall, and it does not fall. So that means it's at least 4 Zealots in the main base, and it's going to be a whole lot more. 4 extra Zealots get warped in, and we are 10 seconds away from Stimpack. Jumy sees a spinning tech lab, and he's like, I want that, give me a piece of that, but that's just concussive shells. Is there a single Viking? No, there's no single Viking. At least Tim is done. I don't know why this orbiter is floating all the way back into the main, as the SCVs were left for dead, guys, all by themselves. Poor BattleB, he's really having a minor meltdown in this best of 5. It started off so good, so promising. It looked like he was going to win that first game. Somehow he didn't. And it's all gone downhill. There's always other RTS games out there, J-Money. You're asking me, is it likely that I'll make it to the Basilisk Starcraft team? No. But obviously we hope that Basilisk stays around for a very long time. And who's to say that we don't eventually have a Battle Aces team? Or a Stormgate team? A Tempest Rising, who knows? You're allowed to dream, mate. B. BB. BA. BattleB is just gonna dig in his heels and hope that Jumi makes a silly attack. But we've got a couple of DTs right when we drop mules. Oh my god, guys. No missile turrets. A DT in the main, a DT in the natural, a DT in the third. There's one missile turret in the corner of the main. Just when you think this series cannot go any worse for BattleB. The man just dropped all his mules, threw down a scan. War Prism shows up. Poor guy. Oh, I want to give a hug to BattleB. We don't mind friendly fire, perhaps? 18 SCVs have already gone down. Landed Zealots and DTs in the main base doing their thing. The main army of Jumi is here. It is going to eat a couple Widow Mines to the face, and that will do it. It's a 3-0. It is not a 3-0 that I expected. It is a 3-0 that BattleB, I don't think he even wants to learn from. This is just one of those Control-Alt-Delete from the membrane best of 5s. You never look back. You never think back. Never happened. That's a rough one. Amazing job by Jumi though, who didn't just win, but he won in creative ways, in fun ways, and from some uncomfortable positions, especially in that first game. Incredibly impressive by the Jumi. Well done. The Jumster. 52% of you guys believed that BattleB was going to win this. 48% of y'all believed in ForJumy. And it is ForJumy. And it was Jumi convincingly. 3 zeros. I'm going to complete this prediction. And that means it is time for the main event of the evening. A rematch between the two guys that made it to the grand finals of the European Pro Tour Weekly last Monday. That was a bit of a one-sided affair. But I do think there is a big asterisk, exclamation mark, but mostly asterisk there, is that SKillous had some of the most intense, draining games that you can ever think of. Meanwhile, Reynor was chilling, he was fresh, he was destroying the opposition. SKillous had to work incredibly hard for it. So when I asked SKillous if he wanted a shot at redemption when he would be well rested, when he had a couple days to prepare, he said, hell yeah, give him to me. And that's why we're going to do it one more time. And I am sure it's going to be a lot closer than it was on Monday. Here we go. Doot. Close. Damn it. You guys know what race he plays. You guys get 10 minutes to wager all your imaginary internet channel points. I am going to go ahead and take a tiny break for the last time today. Jeff is a tall guy. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subbies. That's funny because I know 2 Jeffs and they are both indeed pretty tall. Coincidence? Maybe you're one of the 2 that I know, but I highly doubt you're my brother because my brother only takes from me. He never gives. So I guess you're the other Jeff. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. Thank you to Mousy as well for the 15 months. Couple minutes, guys, and then we'll be back. Reynor versus SKillous once more. Winner gets $150. Loser gets 50. If you guys have any questions about the event, you guys can always join the Basilisk Discord. If you guys do !Basilisk, you should see all the links there, besides the Discord apparently. Well done, Kevin. That is !Basilisk. What is the chat channel? Yeah, Reynor. Why don't you go ahead and take a look at your DM and see? I put 2 massive arrows. This is the chat channel. And you still can't find it. These pro gamers don't read anything. It's unbelievable. You'll figure it out, Reynor. You're a smart kid. I believe in you. I'll see you soon.